Hey everyone, it's Mimosa Cole here, and I'm on YouTube right now. I usually take videos on the camera roll, and then I put that into upload that to YouTube. But it hasn't been working anymore because the memory storage is full. So now I'm just like, going straight for it. I'm going straight to the source, to YouTube. It makes it a bit scarier, actually. I know I kind of just like go in raw with these videos, or like I don't really edit them at all. But like, one of the videos I did before, I cut out like little, like I just want like 10 seconds, taken out of the video. I don't know. It's just like it wasn't anything like that bad, but like I don't know. It was just like just a dumb joke. And yeah, I just want to take it out. It was a lot tougher than I thought, If you just want like a little clip of your video just taken out, they make you go through all these hoops and like it just takes forever. Like I downloaded like multiple like video editing apps and none of them even offered it. But if any of you ever get that problem, I'm going to change the lighting. Yeah, if any of you get that problem, I say just go to iMovie. iMovie, honestly, like it did enough of what I wanted it to. It's kind of funny with these video editing apps too. It's like when they advertise it, they're acting like, oh, you can make movies with this. You want to make a blockbuster film. Here's this app. Here's this free app. And then they try to make you spend like $1 or $2 on it. And they're trying to have that selling point. You want to make some movies, It's like no one's gonna do that, Like why, movie trailers also. They're just so into wanting you to make these movie trailers. It's just weird. Like, who really makes movies out of these? Like, I feel like all the movie making people I know, they're willing to spend $10 on making their films. They're willing to spend money on a legitimate camera. It's just weird. Do it out of your phone. I don't know. I guess that's what I'm doing. Maybe I'm like the only customer they have. Maybe I am their audience, their target audience. Me and like a bunch of like 12-year-old girls who like want to be vloggers. I don't know. So what I'm trying to what this video, it's just gonna be about this. I just got off of work delivering pizzas, and I just got myself in this weird situation about like why I left an hour early. It's really nothing bad, and it actually has a happy ending. It ends in shrimp. But yeah, it ends in shrimp, but like in the middle of it, middle of the story, there are dilemmas. And it ends in shrimp. So yeah, when I get back from delivering, the other guy who's also delivering, he's still in his delivery run. And then the manager is, talking to me like, oh, are you, should I clock you out? And I say, I don't know, I'm supposed to be here till 10. I'm guessing the other guy is here till 9. And my manager's like, oh, just call him anyways, to see what's up, see how he feels, if he wants to close. And in my head, I'm thinking, that's kind of weird. I understand if my manager just wants to clock one of us out. It's really not that big of a deal. It's just like an extra hour. But still, if I'm the one who's scheduled to close, I don't know when the other driver is coming back. But, I said, okay, I'll see if he wants to close. It's more buddy with the manager and the owners and stuff. Maybe he wants to stay there. So I call him. And, immediately he gets the impression that I want him to close, which isn't true at all. I was told by the manager to just call him and see if he wanted to close, which sounds really dumb. It's just, I don't know. My brain's always turned off for this stuff, man. And so I'm in this situation where I'm like, hey, a manager wants to know which one of us wants to close. I guess I shouldn't have started out with like, I know I'm a 5 to 10. I don't know what time you are. But if you want to close, I feel like I say that a lot, I say, oh, if you want to close, if you want to take this delivery, if you do not want to take this delivery. And I think I means well, like I do believe, like I'm not trying to have some like underhand scheme, I don't have any kind of like, I don't have any agenda. I just, if the guy wants to take a delivery, if the guy wants to close, that's his choice. It's not that I don't want to close. I honestly don't want to close. But, I kind of did. I wanted like a salad, and I didn't even want to call the guy and ask him, because I was totally fine with closing. I just didn't know when he was coming back. And, the manager told me to call him. So, I called him and saw what his thoughts were. That's what I was told. And, immediately he's like, oh, yeah, I'll take it, man, whatever. I was like, okay, cool. So, he said he'd be back within 5 minutes. He said, yeah, I'd be back in 5 minutes. So I'm like, okay, cool. I could get clocked out. I could leave before he comes back. So I wouldn't, I don't know. So wouldn't it be like, still be awkward, Because, I mean, if the whole thing going into it is like, he was still delivering. And the only reason I'm being clocked out is because I'm the only person who's there. And, the manager just wants to get it over with. That's kind of the, what I was thinking, the reason for me not closing or just getting clocked out first. Man, I just went brain dead for a second. But yeah, and my thought process, I just, if he were to come back before I clocked out, then it's completely pointless that he closes. Because, yeah, if he comes back, he might as well just clock out, so he can leave at this normal time. So, yeah, and then, I had 5 minutes to have my manager clock me out. And she's taking a smoke break, which I don't really mind at all. But, like, she's talking with a couple friends and stuff, I didn't want to bother her. So I was just in this position where I was just like, I'm almost home. I'm just going to drive around. I kind of feel like driving around. Maybe, open a little window, crack it open a bit. But yeah, I'm just kind of sitting here just waiting to get clocked out. Like, I don't know. I just wanted to leave before the other driver came. Because, I don't know, I didn't mind closing. It's not really doing me a favor. I don't know, I have nothing better to do. I guess I could just be home and watch more TV. That's what's good about a job, though. I'm not watching as much TV. I'm watching New Girl right now, and honestly, anyone who's looking for a show on Netflix, I think New Girl's a great show. It's just a better version of Friends and How I Met Your Mother. It kind of shows kind of based around relationships and stuff. Like, I'm not going to compare it to Seinfeld, because you can they got their own different, they're different styles, Like, you can kind of pack Friends and How I Met Your Mother in the same little thing. It's just a group of friends looking to get married. Not trying to come up with any crazy Kramer schemes or anything. No mailmen trying to screw George over or whatever. It's all just about marriages, long-term relationships, and getting married. But I think New Girl does a great job at that. I'm going to stop talking. I could probably talk about New Girl a lot more for like another 10 minutes, but I'm not going to do that to you guys. But yeah, so I'm still waiting for the smoke break to go on. And eventually, I get the balls. So I get the balls to go out there. I'm like, hey, I talked on the phone with him. We agreed that I'm the one who closes. And she's like, sure, I'll close you out right now, which I feel really good about. I'm glad for, I don't know. I see that as me standing up for myself or putting myself out of those boundaries. Because part of me does feel kind of weird about like kind of breaking their conversation up, But you know what? My time matters. I don't want to wait around. And I didn't really know, like, I figured maybe she's in her smoke break thing. Maybe she was, the entire time was waiting for me to go outside and let her know. I didn't know if that was the case, Because, she was outside. Maybe she was thinking, okay, if Cole does not come outside, if Cole doesn't come outside, then he must be the one who's still closing. And Johnny's the one who's going home first. Rather than, which way should I? I'm going to go this way. Rather than the case where I'm the one who's going home first, which I'd be expected to go outside and tell her, I don't know if she was expecting me to go outside. Oh, that's, shit, I just accidentally pulled up my childhood friend's house. That's pretty crazy. I actually did this once a while ago. Like, I don't know. He lived in like this like dead end. So like I remember a few months ago I actually made the same mistake where I go in this dead end. And then the friend I was driving with, we were joking around about how the childhood friend was like really into wrestling. So I said that was his whole personality. The kid's whole personality was he really liked wrestling, always wanted to wrestle. And I was always I've always been a pretty laid back guy. I've never really been much of a wrestler, never had any like brothers or anything. I was never really that competitive of a guy. I just did things because they were fun. But that's basically the same kind of mentality I put into it. I was like, okay, I'll wrestle with you a little bit, just like not now. Let's not watch wrestling videos for 2 hours. That sounds really boring. So there's kind of that whole joke of his whole personality was wanting to wrestle, and me, I'm like, I don't want to wrestle, not now. I don't even know why I said that out loud. But yeah, where was I at? Oh, okay, yeah. So I didn't know if I was supposed to go outside during her smoke break and let her know or not. I don't know how far she was, and I just waited like 5 minutes. I don't really know how long they're really supposed to take. I don't know, like 10 minutes or whatever. I don't know. But I went outside. I said, hey, I'm done. She said okay, and she came in and clocked me out. But then right when she clocked me out, the other driver came in, and which wasn't really that big of a deal. I had to think fast though. I had to think, what kind of role am I playing in this? Do I go about it? Do I like let him know that I had no intention of wanting to leave before him? Or because I think after the call, we left it off that it kind of seemed like I just wanted to leave early, and he's doing me a favor. Oh, there's my old house. He's doing me a favor by staying here for an extra hour for me. So that's kind of the way I went about it. I kept on, I thanked him. I was like, oh yeah, thanks for taking my clothes. I still played that role of the guy who did not want to be there. Rather than rather than telling him that I was told to call him about it, I don't know. I'm sure this makes no sense at all, but it's just my thought process. It's tough to put it all together in a more, in a way that makes more sense. Yeah. So I kind of just played that role of his ignorance rather than saying, "Oh, I could still take it if you don't wanna close. I could still keep this. It doesn't really matter to me." You know, it's like we already had that conversation. We don't have to have that conversation again. You know, at times like that, it's just best to let things stay the way they are, even if I didn't mind closing or not. You know, I'm sure he didn't mind either. So I should not really feel like weird about it. I shouldn't make a 15-minute fucking video. I don't even know how I made a 15-minute video about this. But yeah, that's the weird situation. And at the end, you know, I was given this free food. I guess somebody ordered like a ton of food and never picked it up, so I got some shrimp. And here's the, turn on the light. Here's the shrimp, the bag of shrimp. I'm really excited about this shrimp, actually. Not a lot of people in Illinois make shrimp. So I heard we make pretty good shrimp too. I haven't really tried it, but you know, I'm sure it's better than Culver's shrimp. I'm really excited to see what it tastes like. I don't know. Maybe we could turn this into a taste test. I don't know. My sister's boyfriend took my parking spot, and it's gonna. God, it's so tough turning when you have a phone in one hand. I need one of those like things like right here, like one of those things that attach to the mirror. God, I really wish you didn't take my parking spot though. I hope they're not watching TV. I really want to watch New Girl some more. And I really prefer watching, you know, I just want to come home. I just want to eat my shrimp and like watch New Girl on the big flat screen. I don't want to go in the basement and watch it. I don't know. Things are kind of awkward between me and my family also. I don't really want to talk to them, to be honest. I'll keep this on. Yeah. Yeah, let's taste test these shrimp. I want to see what they're like. Actually, I might just wait. I'm just gonna wait until I get inside and stuff. I'm not even gonna bother putting it on YouTube. I guess if you want to eat some shrimp for yourselves, I say just go to the nearest place or whatever. But yeah, this shrimp's all mine. That's the situation I was put in, the like little dilemma thing or something. Yeah, so I guess this is the video. I guess I'll see you all. Goodbye.